Who is Oscar Sudi? And what role is Oscar Sudi playing around William Samoei Arap Ruto? That's the question which most people are currently asking. Because last week, William Ruto was in Ethiopia. Oscar Sudi was with him. The president again was in Uganda. Oscar Sudi was with him. Again yesterday, the president was in Tanzania. Oscar Sudi was with him. So who is Oscar Sudi? As a matter of fact, on the day William Ruto was being sworn in as the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya, the only member of parliament who was with him in Karen was Oscar Sudi. And Oscar Sudi's car or vehicle was part of that convoy of the president. So which means Oscar Sudi was with William Ruto from Karen up to Kasarani. In fact, Oscar Sudi was the guy who carried in his vehicle Aaron Ayadin. And just before I forget, when William Ruto was stopped from going to Uganda last year, Oscar Sudi was with him. So who is Oscar Sudi and what role is Oscar Sudi playing around the president? For us to understand who Oscar Sudi is, we need to look at a gentleman called Faruk Kibet. Who is Faruk Kibet around William Ruto? Because yesterday, was it Saturday, there was some Thanksgiving ceremony in Uasin Gishu. And it was attended by who is who in Kenya Kwanza. I just wanted to listen to how the leaders present there described Faruk Kibet.
Huyu Faruk tumejua wewe sasa. Ukitaka uongee sana, ikuwe ni function yako. Naona sisi tumeongea tu atusumbuliwe vile unatusumbuanga. Mimi nimesema mara mingi. Huyu Faruk ni mtu tofauti. Hata hao watu wa kuandika magazeti hawajui waandike anaitwa nani. Ni mtu ako na responsibility. He works hard, lakini you cannot go somewhere na useme hii ndio ofisi ya Faruk. Ofisi ya Faruk ni penye Faruk ako. Yeah. Bora tu uone William Ruto president na uone Faruk, hiyo ndio ofisi yake.
Hata kabla niongee ile yetu ya nchi, wacha niwaambie watu wa Koilel, vile Murkomen amesema, hii mtu anaitwa Faruk. Hii mtu ni mtu ingine ya maana sana. Na unajua watu wanasikiaga Faruk. Wanafikiria ni mtu utaenda upate ako na ofisi floor moja pale kwa rais wetu. Mimi naona ofisi ya Faruk hata ni ile ya rais wetu wa Kenya. Kwa sababu huwezi fikia rais Faruk akisema no. Hata huyu deputy rais na rafiki yangu kufikia yeye Faruk lazima aseme yes. Na juu nimesikia sasa mnaetaka hapa kwa boma yake ati anatoa sukari gunia moja.
Unajua katika ofisi ya DP saa 7:30 iko chakula mzuri sana. Na hiyo chakula ule jamaa atakukosesha ni Faruk Kibet. Hata ukiwa na njaa anakuambia kuja Tuesday. Sasa unauliza mtu wako na njaa, ako na shida. Anakuambia my friend, wewe ni mtu ya Tuesday. Wewe ni mtu ya Thursday. Sasa wajumbe wanakuja. Na hata hii watu unaona wajumbe hawa wanasifu Faruk. Ni watu wamejipanga sana. Wanajua wasipomsifu huyu mtu. Hey.
So which means anybody who wants to see William Ruto must go through Faruk Kibet. The only individual who can see William Ruto anytime, anywhere, without even calling, without reference to anybody, is Oscar Sudi. So who is Oscar Sudi, and what role is Oscar Sudi playing for Raila? And what role is Oscar Sudi playing for William Samoei Arap Ruto? For us to understand that, let us go back a bit and try to understand the history of Oscar Sudi. Oscar Sudi is an engineer by profession who didn't go to school. So by the way, engineer is just his nickname. So Oscar Sudi didn't really go through formal education. According to him, he was a makanga in Eldoret. At some point, he was also a cattle herder. Then, as fate would have it, he started just pushing on with life. Doing this job here, doing that makanga here. He managed to raise some funds, according to him. Then, ventured or plowed back that money into farming. So according to Oscar Sudi, I think he managed to plant maize in around 3 acres or more. And when he harvested, he managed to get some money. And then he went to Nairobi around 1998. That's the first time Oscar Sudi went to Nairobi. Then he went, those time, I think there was this pool table business was just picking up. So he came back with pool tables and started doing that business in Eldoret University. More university in Eldoret. So Oscar Sudi actually pushed on like that. Then I think around 2000, the year 2000, he then bought his first vehicle, Peugeot 504. In fact, I think he bought that before going to Nairobi. Then he continued like that. Then the pool table business was good. So he went to Mombasa, and I think he sold some vehicle there. And then he ended up meeting, luckily for him, a gentleman called David Langat. For those who don't know, David Langat is one of the tycoons in this country. In fact, when William Ruto was in Ethiopia, coincidentally, David Langat was also in Ethiopia. So David Langat is the individual now who introduced Oscar Sudi, because he saw Oscar Sudi and he saw something in Oscar Sudi. He introduced Oscar Sudi to Cyrus Jirongo and William Ruto. So that's how Oscar Sudi's friendship with Ruto began. Then, as usual, once you make good money, the next step is normally to join politics. So Oscar Sudi joined politics in 2012 there. Then he became a member of parliament for Kapseret constituency, which is in Eldoret town, on a URP ticket. Then in 2017, Oscar Sudi again defended his seat on Jubilee ticket. Again, he won overwhelmingly. In 2022, Oscar Sudi again contested and he won Kapseret. So Oscar Sudi has been able to win his seat in Kapseret constituency three times. So Oscar Sudi, since William Ruto became the president, he's been everywhere with the DP. In fact, for those who remember, when William Ruto was sworn in and he held that Jubilee parliamentary group meeting in Naivasha, the first individual to use the presidential jet was Oscar Sudi, and he shared those photos online. So what role is Oscar Sudi playing around William Samoei Arap Ruto? Before we get into all those, in case you are watching this channel up to this stage, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for that your time. And in case you are also watching it for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. I know there are also so many people who watch the videos, but they are not yet subscribed, especially you there. So what you need to do is just press that subscribe button now so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And I want to make a request to you, please, for this particular video, press that thumbs up button. Now, let us get back to the main issue. We now understand who Oscar Sudi is. But what role is Oscar Sudi playing around William Samoei Arap Ruto? That is the question. Because he's everywhere. In fact, Oscar Sudi was projected to be appointed Interior Cabinet Secretary. In fact, when Ruto was naming his cabinet, it was like, he made sure, according to him, he was just joking that he made sure he stood next to the DP, to the president, so that to be sure that his name was not missing. But what role is Oscar Sudi playing around William Ruto? Number one, I think Oscar Sudi is one of William Ruto's business associates. Why do I say so? In 2016, when Oscar Sudi had completed his house, which is around 100 million, William Ruto, as the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, officially opened that house. And for those who also understand, there was a time the government raided Oscar Sudi's residence, and they found one of the vehicles and securities attached to William Ruto guarding Oscar Sudi. So I tend to think that the reason why Oscar Sudi is so close to the DP is because they are business associates. There are certain businesses Ruto and Oscar Sudi are doing together. And that's why when the Turkish businessman came into the country and was supposed to go to Uganda, the only business person Ruto saw was Oscar Sudi. I'm convinced beyond any reasonable doubt that Oscar Sudi is a business associate of the DP. He understands all the business dealings of William Samoei Arap Ruto, and they've developed that particular trust. So that's number one. Number two, I also tend to think that William Ruto has some of his international networks. People like Aaron Erden, there could be here, there, people who helped him broker the deal with the Smartmatics. Those international networks. So it is Oscar Sudi who is the link. Like, let's say William Ruto went yesterday to Tanzania, then someone wants to give him the number. You just tell him, let Oscar Sudi deal with that. Or Oscar, chukua namba ya huyo. So I also tend to think that Oscar Sudi generally is one of William Ruto's contacts when it comes to international networks. William Ruto is a businessman, and there are people who claim that he is also dealing with gold. And Oscar Sudi is rightly and deeply inside there. Remember when William Ruto went to, was it South Sudan the other time, to visit al-Bashir, Oscar Sudi was there. When he went to Congo, Oscar Sudi is there. So probably it's because of the international networks. So Oscar Sudi is the link. Number three, the third role Oscar Sudi plays around the president, in my view, is that he's an individual who is willing to speak the mind of the DP, of the president. There are certain things William Ruto could not say as a deputy president. Right now is the president. There are certain things he can't say as the president. Rest assured, Oscar Sudi will be saying those things. If you've been following Oscar Sudi, there's nothing Oscar Sudi has ever said regarding the deputy president which has never come to pass. You can only compare Oscar Sudi, for example, to Junet Mohammed. Junet Mohammed also speaks the mind of Raila Odinga. So that anytime you want to pick the thinking of the DP, of the president on specific issues, you only need to take keen attention to what Oscar Sudi is saying. Number four, I also tend to think that over the years, these gentlemen now became just friends. So when you're a friend to someone, you don't even need an appointment to go and see them. Because, for example, Farouk Kibet knows so well that Oscar Sudi ni mtu wa Ruto. So there's no way he can be stopped. People like Ndini Nyoro, probably they have to get clearance, which Oscar Sudi might not. So maybe because of the friendship which they've developed over the years. And lastly, I think dirty dealings. In politics, there are those dirty dealings. Someone wants to fund William Ruto's campaign. William Ruto wants to buy certain thing. There's something somewhere, there's a deal somewhere. So the link between Ruto or the person doing all these dirty works on behalf of William Ruto is none other than Oscar Kipchumba Sudi. He's a good man, by the way. I'm told, I normally talk to some youths in town here. They always tell me, Oscar Sudi normally comes to Kisumu here. They go to the lake. And he's a good man. Apart from politics, I'm not talking of politics. On politics, you can always have your own opinion. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.